When I bought my dream property in Willow Creek, I thought I was just buying a quaint suburban lot with a few trees and a nice view. What I didn't realize was that the previous owner had sold me not just a house, but the entire neighborhood. I laughed at the thought back then. Who owns an entire subdivision anyway? Apparently, I did. Things started innocently enough. I was mowing my lawn when a woman in a stiff blazer and pearls marched up to me. She introduced herself as Linda, president of the Willow Creek HOA, and announced that I was trespassing on HOA property. I blinked. I'm trespassing on my own land. I asked. She handed me a stack of papers. They'd filed a lawsuit claiming I was violating HOA rules by planting a vegetable garden and building a small shed. I laughed it off, thinking it was some bureaucratic mistake. But after a few phone calls and some digging, I realized the truth. The HOA didn't actually own anything. They had been collecting dues, enforcing rules, and acting like the neighborhood authority, all while I legally owned the streets, the park, and every single house lot. Armed with this knowledge, I hired a lawyer and filed a countersuit. Not only were their claims baseless, but their entire operation was technically on my property without my permission. I also discovered that their bylaws were poorly written, giving me the power to dissolve the HOA entirely. The day of the hearing was surreal. The HOA board showed up, confident and smug, thinking they could intimidate me. I calmly laid out my proof, deeds, property surveys, and historical ownership records. The judge raised an eyebrow and then, with a hint of amusement, ruled in my favor. Not only was the HOA's lawsuit dismissed, but I was granted full authority to terminate their association. With the ruling in hand, I sent an official eviction notice to the HOA board. Their members were furious, confused, and utterly powerless. I even held a neighborhood meeting to explain that residents were free to organize however they wanted, just not under the defunct HOA's control. By the end of the week, the streets were quiet, my garden flourished, and the little shed I built stood proudly. I had officially evicted the HOA that thought it could boss me around, all on my own land. Sometimes, owning the neighborhood really does pay off. If you want, I can also craft a more dramatic, humorous version with HOA Karen-style chaos for extra flair. Do you want me to do that?